I have some news. I've thought long and hard about this. I have to be honest. I've been feeling this way for quite some time, and some events over the last few days made me finally come to a decision. I'm done. It's over. Finished. It's time for a change, time for something new. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm excited to find out. I'm talking, of course, about my direction for album number 2. Oh, and I'm sorry, was that intro misleading?
I'm really angry now!
It's now 2 months since Super Sexy Heartbreak hit streaming services. The dust has settled, and I'm wondering, what next? Where do I go from here? However, firstly, we are restocking vinyls, so check out the link in the description to get your copy, and I'm going on tour. But anyway, the very best artists are constantly moving and exploring new territory. Dylan went electric, Taylor and Miley traded in their cowboy boots and went pop. Paul Simon embraced African music and had the biggest hit of his career with Graceland. David Bowie just kept on being David Bowie, whoever and whatever that is. And I know that I'm really proud of my debut, but I do recognise that it's merely the first step in a longer journey. And I want to ensure that I keep on working on my craft and getting better with albums 2, 3, and 4. Then maybe switch things up, produce an absolute disaster for album 5. I've said before that to be a good chef, you must eat delicious food, and the same applies to music. No one exists in a vacuum. We are all inspired by one another. There's 3 amazing artists I look up to immensely, so I thought I'd see what I can learn from them and their careers to date. A quick aside, if you enjoy this video, please hit subscribe. It would really, really help me out. It seems so simple to say to someone, oh, just be yourself, but you spend your whole life discovering what that is. I've been a fan of Lianne La Havas since her debut, 2012's Is Your Love Big Enough? Born and raised in South London with a Greek father and Jamaican mother, Lianne started out as a backing singer with Paloma Faith before signing to Warner Brothers in 2010. She spent a couple of years refining her songwriting before releasing her first album. A live-streamed gig caught the attention of Prince, who contacted her management saying he wanted to meet her. He acted as her mentor, played a secret show in her London flat share, and even invited her to perform with him on Saturday Night Live. Her second album, Blood, a neo-soul influenced departure from her debut, received a Grammy nomination for Best Urban and Contemporary Album. You'd think that if you get a Grammy nomination, you'd be wise to stick to the formula. Not so for Lianne. I was still quite new to it all and a bit naive. I was making songs and putting them on the album if the record label thought they were good enough, instead of me thinking they were good enough. Commenting on the album's second single, What You Don't Do, she said the following in an interview. I didn't write that one. It's fine, it's a nice song, but my relationship with it has been different because I was just asked to put a vocal on it because the label felt it would be a good single for me. I can't listen to it without thinking, that's not my song. After Prince's untimely death in 2016, she gave another interview saying, that time in my life, knowing him, was so surreal and special. It didn't hit me for a long time, the reality of his passing. He's very missed. I also wish that I could have sent him this new album because I feel like that's what he was always wanting me to do, make something that I was really proud of. For her third album, the self-titled Lianne La Havas, she took the brave decision to strip things back to just her incredible voice and guitar playing. The album deals with a breakup. You know I'm interested in that subject matter, and it was ingeniously structured, starting and ending with the event. Taking things back to the bone gave her nowhere to hide, just the core of the artist and her songs and her experience. If I'm at the centre of it, and all these songs can be played just by me, then I think I'm onto something very true to who I am. Being a solo artist can be a lonely pursuit, so I'm always very inspired by songwriters who work as part of a team to create something bigger than themselves. The American singer-songwriter Sara Bareilles had her first major hit with Love Song, a song born out of frustration with her label's demands for a big radio-friendly smash single. After several unsuccessful sessions with co-writers, she sat down and wrote the first draft in little over half an hour. They had encouraged me to keep writing, and I just wasn't having any luck. And I was turning in the beginnings of ideas and snippets of moments of a song, and I was just getting a really sort of blasé reaction to everything. I started to get really insecure about it, and then I got really pissed off at myself for caring what anybody thought. I went to a rehearsal space one day, I sat down and wrote something for me. And Love Song basically wrote itself. It's totally honest, and I'm very lucky the label liked it as well. Writing in her memoir, she described the song as a beacon to help me find my way back to my own artistry at a time when I had lost sight of what that meant. She's since sold millions of albums and over 15 million singles in the USA alone, but it's her pivot to musical theatre that I really respect. Sara wrote the book and lyrics for the Tony Award-winning musical Waitress, adapted from the film of the same name. Now, I know many people's automatic response to the words musical and theatre is to make a face and say, no, thank you. But as a medium, it's full of so much possibility. You can compress years of history and complicated events into a single song, as Lin-Manuel Miranda did with Hamilton. You can stretch or compress time. You can give the audience an insight into a character's mind and motivations in a way you'd never be able to with naturalistic dialogue. And when you think about it, we love stories and we love music. So what's wrong with telling a story through music? I think it would be so creatively fulfilling as well to work with a team, directors, choreographers, talented performers, to make something different from a regular album. And who knows, maybe Broadway or the West End will come calling one day. Or maybe it'll be something different, a mashup of what I've learned recording songs and making YouTube videos. Just look at what Bo Burnham achieved with Inside. Is it theatre? Is it television? Is it a musical? Is it a comedy? Or is it all of the above? It's what the Germans call, wait, can I do this? Gesamtkunstwerk. Oh, a merging of different art forms into a work of total art. Finally, speaking of a total work of art, I have to pay homage to the one and only Brandi Carlile. 7 studio albums, multiple live albums, winner of 10 Grammy Awards and a further 27 nominations, 2 Emmy Awards. She's also a celebrated record producer. She formed the supergroup The Highwomen with Amanda Shires, Maren Morris and Natalie Henby. Best-selling author, activist. She fundraises for many charitable causes. A mother of 2. She just supported Stevie Nicks in London and pretty much single-handedly brought Joni Mitchell back into the public eye after her brain aneurysm. Powerhouse doesn't even begin to describe this amazing woman. Does she sleep or ever rest or lie on her sofa watching fail videos on YouTube? I'm not sure. She is an inspiration to me and many others like me. And if you haven't heard her music, strap in. It's a journey. And I need to find more energy to be able to build a career like that. Well, there you go. Some things to aim for album number 2. Shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll land among the stars, as they say. I would love for you to comment with the musicians who inspire you and their stories, so send me some recommendations. And as always, I will be seeing you here again very soon, and come see me on tour. Come see me on tour. You know you want to. If you're in the UK, you know you want to have a nice evening out with a little bit of live music, and come meet me after the show. Okay? Ciao. Gesamtkunstwerk. 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 It's up on the screen. Gesamtkunstwerk. I'm so sorry if I've offended everyone. Okay.